It's go time, baby.
Welcome back, you guys. Double Shot of Carrillo, episode number
8. How are we at episode 8 already?
This is so crazy, and I still have not gone to therapy.
I still remember episode 1 like it was yesterday.
It was not that long ago.
It feels like it was. But welcome back, guys. We had a very interesting conversation just now, which might change my perspective on what shot I might take today. So, as you guys might know, every start of the episode, we start off with a shot. And today we have 2 shots. One shot represents the soft life, and the other shot represents the culture, the hustle culture. So I don't know.
Can you elaborate what soft life means?
What is soft life to you?
Soft life. Well, what is it to you?
Well, for me, a soft life is you're at peace. You wake up in the morning, have your little coffee, you sit down, watch the birds, like not routine, but you're just not in a rush. Pick and choose who you want in your life. You're just present. Okay. That for me is a soft life. Okay. You're around the people you love and you're just,
that's fair.
Home.
That's fair.
That's for me.
Okay.
And then you have a hustle culture. What's a hustle culture for you?
Somebody who stays motivated at all time and who is not comfortable or isn't okay with just being comfortable.
So in the moment right now, at the count of 3, so at the count of 3, you're gonna choose the shot that you want, okay? Whichever one you want, and we're both gonna take it based on how we feel right now, and I'll explain to you why.
Is that real alcohol?
It's real
So
alcohol.
you want me to take real alcohol on
So you're telling me right now you're gonna choose the hustle culture? Is that how you feel?
Wait, the other one's not alcohol?
No.
Oh,
the soft life. The shot of soft life is
water?
Warm water with lemon, something that you can just swallow easy, can help you with your digestive system. It's soft. It's like a wellness shot.
But you want to know how I feel like how I feel emotionally.
Right now, in this moment. Yeah. What do you need? A soft life or hustle culture? 3, 2, 1. You're too slow for me. What do you want?
Well, I guess a soft life.
This was not what I was going to take initially, and I'll tell you why.
Okay, well, hold on.
Cheers.
Salud. To a soft life, I guess.
You can't forget about the dead homies. How to pour it.
That was sour. That
really
was just
sour.
Yeah.
Really? The soft life could be a little sour.
A little sour.
Today we're going to talk about, so that way you get an idea.
Hold on. I do want to say that it's crazy that I just took the soft life shot because maybe that's what I need, but that's not what I feel. Okay?
Okay.
So let me explain.
Yes.
Ever since I could remember, right? My brain, whether that's at 7 a.m, whether that's at midnight, whether that's in the middle of the night, whether that's at 2 o'clock, I'm always thinking work. I'm always thinking, what can I do to improve my life? What can I do to improve my quality of life? What can I do to help my family more? What can I do to grow in my career? What can I do to like just always be more, right? So I'm always thinking work, more, productive.
But it also leads you to having...
Hold on. I never think of, let me just sit down and stop and smell the roses. But I think because by nature, I'm always like, go, 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 go. That has cost me anxiety. And so maybe what I need in life is the soft life, but what I'm always seeking for is the hustle life.
I feel that.
So maybe I need a balance. And I think I just learned something with myself right now.
I've told you this many times, though.
Maybe I need a balance.
Yes, you do. Well, I chose the hustle life because we were just talking about Megan Thee Stallion. Money will never leave you. I'm letting you know right now.
Never leave you.
I love the soft life. I'm very present. I like to smell the roses. I like to smell. I'm just like, But the more you build yourself in every way, shape, and form, I really do think it's better to have a solid structure than to depend on someone to make it for you. So I'm definitely a soft life.
Yeah.
Both you and I are completely different because when I wake up and take the dogs out to pee, I'm like, wow, look at the stars. They're visible today.
And I'm not thinking that. When I take out my dogs to pee in the middle of the night, I'm thinking, how am I going to wake up and multiply my money the next morning?
That's a tomorrow problem. Like, I'm just like,
I don't think that.
But when it's time for me to work, I work. So I took the shot of tequila. I'm concerned that I didn't make a face. We'll go back to see if I made a face. If I didn't make a face, I might have a problem. But I do think that I learned, believe it or not, the hustle culture through you. And as I grew up, because for a really long time, you would do things for me when I was younger, out of just how you are naturally, wanting to help everybody.
Yeah.
But I do think it's, in this time and age, it's become more of how do I say it? It is a culture, but I think people like to portray it now because it's the more that I've learned it, and I've learned it with this podcast because I used to judge you a lot when she was always on her phone, always texting, always on a call. I'm like, dude, fucking disconnect, you know?
And I feel like you never understood that.
I never understood it. And starting this podcast, it's made me like, oh shit, I have to catch up on this. I need to respond to this message. I didn't call this person. And my phone is getting more busy than the way that it used to be before. But now I'm like, I get it. And this is not even, I have my 9 to 5, okay? I work, I have my 9 to 5. After I have my time, go to the gym, do what I have to do. But I always wanted to work extra on me. Branding me, what I wanted. We live in a fucking time and age where everything is so expensive.
Yeah.
So now starting crazy? This, I'm like,
it's not
I
just
get
here
her.
in the U.S. and it's not just here in L.A. You guys know that I travel to Mexico back and forth like almost every other month or every month at this point. Mm-hmm. It is equally as expensive in Mexico as it is here. Mm-hmm. Well, maybe because we're from a tourist place, but it's expensive. So
it's still a lot.
You know, hold on. It's actually nice to hear that you are understanding now why I moved the way I moved.
Yeah. I still don't agree with a lot of your choices, but I understand, you know?
Yeah. Like, do you remember at the beginning at episode 1 how I told you I don't think you understand what you're getting yourself into?
No.
Well, yeah. Do you feel like you understand it now?
Well, what were you talking about?
I meant it more in the sense of like, I don't think you understood what goes behind actually making this.
Yeah. Like that I get, but I like what comes behind it.
Yeah.
I like the work because it doesn't feel like work to me.
Yeah.
It's so natural. It's so like, this is what I want to voice. This is what I want people to feel.
Sorry, can we just talk about how is it that I'm wearing a long sleeve and a fur coat and I'm...
Why are you wearing a coat right now?
Guys, it's been so cold in LA.
I had to wear a t-shirt because I'm sweating.
I feel so comfy right now. And it's been so cold in LA. And I also didn't know what to wear today. So when you don't know what to wear a fur coat. When you don't know what to wear, just throw on a fur coat. But I'm looking at us right now and I can't function at the fact that how is it possible that I'm not hot?
Yeah, I don't know. Don't remind me. You're gonna make me sweat on command. I do not like this. Okay, you were saying?
We were talking about. Yeah, so it is really nice that I feel like I always felt very misunderstood by you. And I think I always felt like you thought that I was just being too maybe like self-centered or superficial.
Oh, I still think that. What?
Well, okay.
No.
I don't think I'm self-centered and I don't think I'm superficial, but I do think I am very ambitious.
No,
in a very good way. I think
those are two different things, though.
Exactly.
They don't correlate.
So I feel like this podcast has allowed you to maybe like understand a little bit my thought process and why I move the way I move.
Yeah.
You know, because so me and my sister come from two completely different worlds. My sister comes from the corporate world where she has a 9 to 5.
And then clack, bad bitches back, you know?
You know, and then I come from the entrepreneurship world where I'm basically my own boss. I get up and I, choose.
Mind you, we both studied the same thing. She studied communications. I studied communications.
Yeah, we have a degree in communication studies, nonverbal communication.
She wanted to take the route with entertainment, and I wanted to take the route with psychology. But I didn't go back because I think the school system is a fucking scam. That's a different conversation. I mean, go to school. don't get me wrong, you know, like go to school, get your degree, but
Listen, hold on.
Always don't ever stop learning. Don't ever stop teaching yourself. Don't ever stop reading. But just that's a different conversation.
If you want to go to school and you feel like school is for you, do it. Okay, don't stop.
Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
However, if you don't think school is for you, don't go to school, but pick up a damn book and learn something. Don't stay naive or ignorant to life and to growing as an individual. You don't have to go to school to learn. You don't have to go to school to be great, right? I feel like we have access to so many things now, right? However, do I believe
like
that
ChatGPT, for example?
I mean,
that's crazy.
You know,
if you're stupid in this time and age, it's a choice.
It's a choice
because we have answers.
Hold on,
everywhere.
we want to be nice to people. We don't want to call people stupid. If you are ignorant,
that's more harsh.
No, because you know, you got to be sensitive. If you
lack knowledge on certain things, which I lack knowledge,
that's by
on
choice.
I sometimes don't search it up because it stresses me out of all the things that I do not know. Okay, so I'm not judging you, but Google shit, figure it out. You know,
learn something.
Yes.
You don't have to spend millions and millions of dollars to go get a career and learn something. You don't have to do that.
But that's not the point. What I'm here to tell you is also pick something that you're good at and run with it.
Right.
Run. Don't compare yourself to fulanito de tal or don't. Everyone is different. Pick something you're good at and run with it. Make it big. Make it your own. Because that's what's going to identify you as you. Yeah. And everyone might see differently because they don't see your vision. That's fine. But we do live in a world where everyone tells you, you got to be like so-and-so. You got to be like so-and-so. Growing up, I remember how I would always tell you, growing up, my dad would always tell me, why don't you learn or do what your sister does? I'm like, because we're different. Because we're different. I wanted to be a psychologist, and my dad told me, they don't make enough money. So all the psychologists that are balling right now, hit me up in the comments. Tell my dad he was wrong. I wanted to go to psychology, but I didn't, right? I didn't take that route. I didn't go to school. But we still took two different routes, right? And we developed our own personality, and we're both living in a world or in a time or in a state where it requires like a lot of time and a lot of money, and you need a certain mentality to be able to survive to a certain extent, you know? So I do think that I'm huge on living soft and huge and being present and like not letting society get into my head, but it's really hard. And I do think that's why we wanted to make it, because we had a recent conversation, and I'm like, I think it's important that we talk about that on the next episode, where it's like the difference between being happy
and being content. The difference between being happy and comfortable or content. No.
Yeah. Being happy or just being busy.
Being busy, happy or being busy. So for example, you have a 9-to-5. I come from the entrepreneurship world. Would you say that you are, okay, in LA, I don't know if I want to say fortunately or unfortunately, right? We see a lot of, you come to LA and what do people think? Money, nice houses, nice cars, entertainment, TikTokers, influencers, right? So then to an extent, outside looking in, people that have 9-to-5s, not everybody, some, start feeling like, oh, because I have a 9-to-5, maybe my life isn't as great as the one who is an influencer and is an entrepreneur and X, Y, and Z, right? And then, so I feel like there's a huge disconnect and misconception there that I actually want to address, because my sister comes from a 9-to-5, but I come from...
And also entertainment a little bit.
Yeah.
Like in my own way, not your
for
level.
Example, like with you, do you feel like you are happy in your 9-to-5 and content and the way you live your life and how you are? So I am happy, but is there room for more and opportunities for me to make more money? Yes. Do I want to make sure in this lifetime, because you only live once, and I've become very aware. I have that mentality more often than not now, where it's like, I'm only going to have one life, and I cannot live it for what other people think of me or live it for others, but for myself. And if I think it is important for me to push myself and learn and grow and really see character development and pushing myself to my ultimate limit, why not? You know, because it's easy for me to, this is personal, for me to have my 9-to-5, go to the gym, come home, sleep, read, whatever. But there's people,
And this is also why I think environment has a lot to do with it. So to answer your question, am I happy? Yes. Am I content though? Like, no. I feel like I could do way more. And even still doing the podcast, I feel like I'm not doing enough because I still feel like there's more parts of my life that I need to work on. You know? But being well-rounded, I need more work.
But you come from a place of security. Having a 9-to-5 provides you a security.
Yeah, but I lose a lot of fucking time.
You lose time, exactly.
And I'm
so
like stuck on the computer.
You have a security that I don't have, but you are also tied to the clock. Your time is owned by your job. Mm-hmm. So they own you for 40 hours of your week, but you have a secure job.
Consider yourself lucky. That's to my company.
I mean, you have a secure paycheck, right?
Yes.
I don't have a secure paycheck. I never know when my next paycheck is going to kick in. Mm-hmm. But my time, I don't owe it to anyone. It's my own time. Mm-hmm. I could get up and go whenever. I could travel whenever. I could wake up at whatever time I want. If I want to go to the gym in the middle of the day, I'll do it. Nobody owns my time. However, am I happy? I'm 100% happy. I think this is the best thing that I could have picked for me because I learned that also being stuck at a 9-to-5 gives me a lot of anxiety, right? If I don't enjoy the job. Mm-hmm. However, being an entrepreneur and doing what I do also causes me a lot of stress and anxiety because
you have to pick. But what does it also
do? Because people think, okay, I'm not tied to a 9-to-5, 40 hours a week. But guess what? I wake up in the middle of the night, at 2 a.m. and I'm thinking, how am I going to make my next paycheck? Okay. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? Versus my sister can wake up in the middle of the night and acknowledge the stars and I can't. So there's two different struggles there.
Well, sometimes I do wake up and I'm like, fuck, I didn't send this email. Or like, I didn't do this. And then it's like eating me up and I want to do it in the middle of the night. I'm like, that's a tomorrow problem.
Correct.
Yes. So I have my moments too, don't get me wrong. But it is different because you have the free time that I do not have, you know? And you're also struggling for something that is gonna give you not only the freedom but the happiness. I'm aiming for the bigger
picture. Like, so I know that
which is not discrediting those 9-to-5s.
Listen, I'm saying this because there's a lot of people that have a 9-to-5 that wish to be entrepreneurs, but it's not all rainbows and cupcakes on this side of town. It's really not. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't know when my next paycheck is going to kick in. I really don't know if every month I have X amount of bills I have to cover. And I'm like, oh my God, if I don't close the deal, I'm not going to be able to cover my bills. Or, oh my God, if this doesn't kick in, I don't know how I'm going to do it.
For all of our sugar daddies, though, that have stepped in, thank you so much.
Where are you
we
at?
don't have sugar daddies.
Where
it's
are
a
you
joke.
At? You know, so I want to sit here and say not everything that, I don't want to say not everything.
Do you feel, okay, because you've been like this since you were a kid. I honestly think, I don't think it's a curse, but I think you're just like, you're like anxiety in a person.
I do believe
like
that.
Like the show,
I do believe
the Inside Out,
me.
The anxiety person, Ellie is
me.
like that at all times, 24/7. Do you feel like this hustle culture, hustle life that you have chosen, has it helped you out more than it's, has it helped you or has it affected you?
Both.
50-50.
50-50.
How has it affected you?
Okay.
Aside from anxiety.
I'm going to talk about how it's helped me. It's helped me grow as a person. I like being challenged. I don't like sitting in something that I know that it's like easy because then at that point, you're not challenging my ability to be great, right? So anything that comes easy to me, I don't like it. I hate it. It makes me feel like I'm not good enough. Like challenge me. Give me something that's so challenging that because I like the feeling of accomplishing something at the end and knowing
What's
like...
your greatest life accomplishment? My greatest life accomplishment. That video never gets old. It makes me so happy. Okay, you like to accomplish what?
I really genuinely like feeling like I was able to accomplish something that it was so difficult to do so. Because then it makes me feel like, oh my God, if I can accomplish that, what else can I accomplish? And I thrive off of being able to do more and more and more.
Yeah.
Right? So it has helped me in that sense.
How has it affected you?
It has affected me because more and more is never enough. You get the more and then you want more. And then you want more. And then you want more. So when is it enough? Because once you accomplish one thing, for example, right? I don't have a huge platform on social media, but I have a platform. I have a following. I have people that do watch my stuff and have came to me and told me, like, you know, Ellie, you've inspired me. And to me, when people say you've inspired me, it's almost like a huge responsibility that I feel like I have on my end, because it's like, okay, people are watching what I'm doing, right? So when I accomplish one thing, I feel like people are almost like looking at me and it's like, that's great. Okay, so you just sold that $1 million house. When's the next $1 million house coming? So how many houses have you sold this week?
But
hold on. It's actual people. Oh, okay, so that reel just went viral. So when's the next viral video going? Oh, so you just dropped the podcast. That's great. So when is your next endorsement
But
deal?
that also has a lot to do with your environment.
Hold on. But I can't control...
Hold
on,
I mean this in a good way.
No. But
Don't
what
get
I'm saying
defensive.
is not my environment. It's the audience in itself saying that.
Okay, but...
So hold on. So what I'm saying is that's how it's affected me. That it's like an artist. They drop an album. Okay, that's great. Everybody listens to the album for a little bit. But then when's the next album coming? Because you're not going to listen to that album forever.
Look, that's true.
So that's where I feel like doing what I do.
I still listen to old songs. What?
Right, but in general.
On replay.
In general.
Like back to back.
So that's how I feel that it has affected me. It has both challenged me and affected me. So if you were to ask me right now, are you happy? Yes and no. That's genuinely my answer. Yes and no. I'm happy with what I've done.
But this is what you've always wanted. This is what you've always wanted to do.
Okay, what I have right now, I feel like it's like, I want more.
But the life that you are living right now is everything you always wanted.
Yes. Well, no, yeah. I mean, yes.
I mean,
because I'm asking I'm thinking of everything that I've accomplished, and I'm like, this is great, but
obviously over time our mentalities change.
I feel like the more you accomplish, the higher your goals get.
Of course. Once you think you can accomplish something, you want more. I understand. But that's consumer life, right?
Yeah.
They give you one thing that you want, everyone has it, and then you're like, maybe I want that and I'll be enough. Because I remember, I'm going to talk about beauty. Side note, it came to my mind, I'm going to say it. I remember the first time I wouldn't shave my legs when I was little. My mom wouldn't let me shave my legs because why would you shave your legs, right? I remember...
Well, you were a kid, so...
I was a kid, but obviously we were little. My thought process was, all I got to do is shave my legs and that's all I need. And then I got to do my eyebrows. I had a unibrow. These brows didn't come easy, okay? They come with the top lip and like my mustache, which I wax. But I remember when I was going through each step, I'm like, all I gotta do is do my eyebrows and then I'll be good. All I gotta do is wax my back and then I'll be good. All I have to do is do whatever, and there was never enough.
But
it never stopped. Now we need Botox, and now we gotta get our butt done, and now we gotta, slim waist, and now it's never ending. So it's the same thing. It's the same thing with work. Everyone on social media is gonna post their highlights. I remember back in 2020, those that remember would follow me on Snapchat. I have Snapchat now only for memories, okay? I don't be snapping people. I'm not a red flag.
Wait, hold on.
You snap people?
Cassandra, do you know how much Snapchat pays?
For stories.
So I wouldn't...
stories.
See where my brain went? Your brain went, I used to use Snapchat back in the day for whatever. My brain went, you are missing out on a bag on Snapchat.
But back then, it wasn't paying. Well, I was posting like crazy on Snapchat. The same stories that I put on Instagram, I would post on Snapchat back on 2020. And that's when 2020 is when the best time of my life started. It was really rough, but it's when the real me started. 2.0, Cassandra 2.0.
Why? Because it was COVID.
Because it was COVID.
And COVID allowed you to sit at home and understand who you were as a person.
And that year is when therapy started for me too. Mm-hmm. So I started to post about my experience. I was so open. I said, if this is gonna help me, I hope it helps other people along if it's one person that I help, so be it, right? And I started to post everything, like talk about my experience, talking about my therapy session, what led me to go to therapy. I mean, you name it. And then I started to see all the backlash, right? All the people that were like, what the fuck? Like, why are you crying? And like, why this and why that? But then I also saw the great messages of people saying, hey, thank you for posting this. It's helping me out. So I shut down a lot. I let the negative comments come to me and I shut down. I said, that's the last time I'm ever posting anything, ever, right? So with that being said, I think I was going to say something.
Your mind went blank?
Yes.
Do you feel, okay, well.
Hold on, 2020, Snapchat,
hold on.
COVID.
I want to say something. I'm gonna piggyback off of that because.
Highlights that people
ahead,
only talk about.
go
Okay,
ahead.
so when I was going to talk about the help and the assistance that I needed and what it led me to, go through the healing process, it wasn't what I expected, right? Not that I wanted people to feed my ego, but I wanted to see healing and good things come from it. But then when I saw that me being so honest and so true and so pure, and what I saw other people post that I knew what they were going through and it was completely different, I was like, oh, this is fucking fake. It's all fake. Not that I didn't know, but I was hoping that maybe I would inspire someone else to be real, right? But I do think, and that molded me into shutting down, which is also, I think, healthy. You can't share, don't trust anybody and don't share all of your struggles because then people use it to their advantage. But that's also a different topic. But I do feel like social media has led us to want to believe we need more. And if you have this, you're also going to be part of this. And if it's never ending and it's never going to stop, what is the threshold of happiness? What is happiness?
Okay, so going back to that, you said that your happiness and the real you started in 2020, right? 2020.
Not the happiness.
Well, hold on.
Yes, the real me of realizing who I am.
Okay,
yes.
Listen. 2020, we were forced to be at home. Nobody can work. There were a lot of remote jobs because, listen, don't interrupt. Because she often does. Because there was, COVID-19 and we couldn't be around people. So with that being said, does that mean that in this country, it goes back to the same thing? You're being controlled into thinking and believing you have to be a certain way, have a certain lifestyle, look a certain way, make X amount of money, you know what I mean? And then we're basically controlled because when you were at home.
Yes, but it caused us, I do feel like it led us to be present.
It forced you to actually be more present and understand who you were as a person.
And how happy were you then?
Very happy.
Okay.
Exactly. But but hold on, you're not letting me finish. Do you feel that because we are controlled, we really are controlled into believing they make us believe that we live in a free country, but we don't. We're controlled. Okay,
what's your point?
Well, hold on. I'm trying to articulate my words here. Mm-hmm. We're being controlled into believing that we have to be a certain way. Do you feel you lost my train of thought because you said you rushed me? The train of thought is back. You rushed me.
The train of thought has come back.
You rushed me.
I'm the one that took the shot.
Yeah, but you rushed me, and now I forgot what I was going to say. This is why I say shut up and don't interrupt me. I mean it when I tell you. Just going. No, I lost it.
Let's find it together.
Basically. Basically, what I'm trying to say is
everyone's controlling you, whatever.
No, what I'm trying to say is, do you feel like you have to live your life a certain way because that's what everybody expects of you?
I used to be a people pleaser, but then I went to therapy.
And, I don't need therapy. I'm
letting you know that I went. I didn't say you needed it. I said I went to therapy. But do I have a, yes. As much as I say society does not affect me, it does. It straight up does. But I have learned from 6 years ago, I have learned to focus and to train my brain to have tunnel vision, which is something I never had. Still don't, to be honest with you. I struggle with it. But
so then you haven't trained your brain to have tunnel vision?
No, but I'm working on it, which is something that I wouldn't before.
Okay, tunnel vision in what sense? What do you mean?
Focusing on
the end goal.
The end goal and what matters. Because it's so, I will tell you, it's so easy to get distracted when everything is going well.
What is the end goal?
For me, an example. It's easy for me to get distracted on what my purpose is when everything is going good and when you don't struggle a little bit.
Meaning when you are financially in a good place? Or?
I think sometimes we do. I had this on my shirt, actually, Sauce and Apparel shirt. It says, we need to stumble to stay humble. I do feel like sometimes we gotta have little hiccups to remind you that it can easily go away. I do believe that. I'm thankful and grateful to God for all of my opportunities, but I've been in situations where everything is going so well that I forget to connect to the higher power, who to me is God, for all of the things that I have. So there's been moments where I'm doing so well and I'm so busy and I don't even have a good morning, God. Thank you for this day. Guide me through this process. You know what I'm looking for. You know what I need in this life. Join us through this new activity. You know, that it's, I see what other people have and I see what they're doing and I'm like, that's what I want. If they could do it, I could do it too. And then I'm just focused that the way that I grew up and what I think for me life is, it's finding your purpose and really living up to that so that way your purpose here in life is completed. Because if I waste my time trying to be somebody else, or if I waste my time trying to live the life somebody else is living, I might lose the whole purpose of why Cassandra was made. Cassandra with the K was made. You know what I mean? I gotta clarify, you know? So that's just for me. That's what I think.
So do you feel like you understand why I was the way I was growing up and why I still am the way I am?
I still don't understand it because I think that's something you have to figure out.
I know why I am the way I am.
No, I know.
But I feel like
I look at your story and I see what you went through. And to be honest, I can't even begin to be like, I understand it. I'd be like, I would lose my shit. I respect her for it because you take it, but that's something for you to live, you know?
Right, but
if I do understand,
no,
but I would handle things differently.
The reason why I'm saying this is because I feel like you never understood me growing up. Like, I feel like you would question it or I guess, for lack of better terms, judge why I would move a certain way. But I guess right now you said you're in a place in your life where you have tunnel vision. And I've always had tunnel vision. I've always had an end goal.
No, yeah.
So I feel like, do you understand me a little bit now?
I do understand it. I understand it, but I would still handle things differently, I feel.
And that's fine.
But I understand it.
I think we all handle it differently. Some of us go to therapy, others don't. And that's okay.
It's not okay. No, it's okay. Yeah, I mean, I understand you.
Go to therapy.
I do feel like I have a goal on the type of life that I want to live. And it's so hard to shut off other people's ideas. Mm-hmm. It's hard because you want to listen to the people that you admire and you want to say, hey, I take your word into consideration. To me, it has a lot of weight. I would like your opinion on this, you know? So yeah, I've learned so much with this. I am happy and there's certain things that I want to improve on and there's more work that I feel that I can do, that I'm capable of doing because I never thought that I was able to. There's certain things that I thought I wasn't able to.
Are you
struggling? I wasn't
is the alcohol hitting?
Have the possibility of accomplishing it. My greatest life accomplishment.
What is your greatest life accomplishment thus far?
I think we talked about this last time, did we not?
Did we? What is it?
What is my greatest life accomplishment?
Thus far.
I don't know.
You don't feel like you have?
I feel deeply. I do. But it's
doesn't have to be financial.
It wasn't going to be financial, actually.
See, this is where we're different. My greatest life accomplishment stems from finances, and hers stems from the heart. This is how we're so different.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean I'm a superficial person. It just means that that's just how I operate.
But I do feel like I always wanted, I never wanted to see my mom work. I wanted to pay for all her shit. And I'm grateful that I'm able to do that now, you know?
You know, so I've been sitting here. I have to pinpoint this because my brain is going insane right now. I've sat here and we could play it back. If you guys are watching, I'm going to do a little game for you guys, okay? Do me a favor and watch the whole episode again and count the amount of times my sister has said bad words. And drop it in the comments. And I haven't dropped a single bad word since we've been...
That's okay. That's why we're different.
I've been trying very hard in working on not saying bad words because, one, I don't think it looks pretty. Two, it doesn't look proper. Yes, can it come off a little more real? Somebody said that they can't trust somebody that doesn't say bad words. Understandably so, right? But I just feel like I don't want to be that. And I've been sitting here watching you, and I'm like, F this and this, and I'm like, damn, my sister is full of cuss words.
Thank you.
That's not that's not a compliment.
I'm taking it as such. Thanks.
Anyway, drop it below. I was not coming at you. I was just saying.
Then talk to me as properly as you want.
I thought
your turn. What is your greatest life accomplishment?
Me.
Oh my God. Sometimes I just want to get a bucket of water and throw it at you.
Hey.
That's great. I'm glad that's great.
My greatest life accomplishment is that I'm not actually, for reals, that I'm not selfish. Genuinely. Mm-hmm. You're a fucking bitch.
No, I didn't say otherwise.
I just said a bad word. She pushed me into
Ellie,
it.
you should not.
You pushed me into
how
it.
ghetto is that? I pushed her.
Whoa, hold on.
Are we going to have this conversation again? No one pushes you into doing anything. It is a choice. Point proven. Go on.
Where were we?
Oh, your greatest life accomplishment, and then you called me a bitch? Go on.
Because you're being...
Go on. I'm the one that took the shot. Be nice to me.
I'm not being ugly. I'm literally not being ugly.
Okay.
Anyway, where were we with life accomplishment?
Yeah, you're not selfish.
Yeah, I feel like
that's good
because I'm not like I wish I was a little more selfish,
which is something I've told you.
My sister always tells me that I should be a little more selfish.
I think I learned this the hard way though. There needs to be a balance.
Yeah, but I have my greatest life accomplishment is knowing that whenever I have a win, I've been able to bring other people along with my wins, and it's not just
but then
me,
you
myself,
complain.
and I.
But then you complain.
Wait, what?
Because some people finesse you. This is why you need to be very careful. Sometimes don't do things when you're happy.
Don't
make a decision.
What?
Hold on. Let me get it out. Don't make a decision on emotions that are temporary. Because then after you're like, fuck, what was I thinking? You know? Sometimes Ellie, her heart, she wants to give. If she could literally help everybody, she would.
Yeah, and that's my biggest life accomplishment, that I've been able to help a lot of people. That's that. That's that.
And I understand that. But what I've learned over time, and I learned this the hard way, is that you can't help everybody. Some people don't want the fucking help.
Correct. I agree.
And sometimes you help people that don't want the help, and they don't appreciate your help, and then now you're broken. Because you're like, but I did this for you.
Well, now you went in a different direction. No,
but I'm telling you, this is where I believe, since you didn't ask for my opinion, and we're just throwing opinions out, that I think sometimes you need to not help everybody.
That's fair.
And ask if they need the help or if they want it.
That's fair. So I'm working on that.
That's fine. Good. Thank you. Finally. Fuck.
Cassandra, that sounded like you were coming at me. Oh my God.
I do think we're both,
lesson of the day. Don't try to give constructive criticism, because then it'll be turned around and it'll be,
Ellie,
let me poke right back at Cassandra. Or
Ellie, you know exactly why I'm telling you this. Don't act brand new all of a sudden.
What are you talking about?
Your opinions.
All I said was I'm shocked that of the amount of bad words you say.
It's episode 8.
That's it.
This shouldn't
I had
shock
one
her.
thought. I wanted to voice it out loud because before the episode started, my sister said, don't hold back. So I said, oh, I'm not going to hold back. Little did I know that if I speak my mind, you're going to come at me. All I said was, I am shocked. I wanted to play a little game with people. It didn't have to turn into...
This is fun.
No, it didn't have to turn into you coming at me.
Keep playing the game.
What are you talking about? All I wanted to say was, you say a lot of bad words, drop it in the comments. I'm working on it. I'm trying not to say bad words. So my sister took it as like, oh, now I'm going to throw it right back at you. And it's like, whoa, that's not how I came at her at all.
Okay, whatever. Long story short,
there are
how happy are you?
I'm halfway happy.
And this is a soft life and a hustle culture, something that can coexist in your life.
Maybe. I'm going to work on that.
I feel like I'm trying to incorporate the hustle culture because of goals that I want to reach. But if there are certain things that you guys are trying to accomplish, I do believe that write down your goals and your aspirations, but do not, it's going to be very difficult because I do think we're all in it together. We're all in this together. With trying to battle things that might not be for us, but we want to obtain it because it's part of the culture, you know? Stay true to yourself. Find for whatever makes you happy. And I think that's something that we can all learn to do, even though it's difficult because of society itself.
Yeah.
If you have a 9-to-5 and you're happy,
embrace the 9-to-5. Listen,
yes,
it is a security that you have that people like me don't have.
And if you're
there is absolutely nothing wrong with it.
But if you also have a 9-to-5 and you're judging someone who doesn't and is an entrepreneur and you think they dream too big, people like you is why the world is the way it is. Let people live as they want to live and push for their goals and aspirations. I stand on that.
At the end of the day, do what makes you happy. Do what feels right from within. If you work too hard like me, it's okay to stop and smell the roses because that's something that I'm learning to do. Take a trip. That's why I'm taking trips every month.
Look at the stars. Feel the water on your face.
I have no business taking this many trips, but take a trip.
That's no one's business but your own.
Money comes and goes. You know what's crazy? I want to leave this podcast with this note. This morning I hopped on TikTok and there was this girl who was basically saying how from one day to the next, her mom just passed away, right? And before her mom passed away, she told her daughter, like, look, there's $7,200 under the couch. I was saving that money up because I wanted to remodel the kitchen, but now I'm sick. I'm leaving, like, use that money for you. Don't tell anybody. So the girl said, my mom passed away. She had the money saved, and she was saving the money to remodel the kitchen. She never got to remodel the kitchen, never got to enjoy the money, and never got to enjoy the new kitchen. And now she's gone from one day to the next. She's like, the one life lesson I could give you is go to work, pay your bills, but don't sit on an opportunity, on an experience, on a memory, because life can be gone in a heartbeat, and the only thing you're going to take with you are memories. So if you're too worried about, oh, the trip is going to cost too much money, or oh, this or all that, money comes and goes. Be responsible with your finances. But if you want to get up and take the trip, take the trip. Don't be cheap.
Yeah, don't be cheap.
Don't be cheap. Please.
Come on. Get it together. Live a little bit.
And if you live too much and you're not hustling, get it together.
Be smart.
Be smart
with it, because I think it's very important.
And if you say bad words, I'm just kidding. It was a joke.
Fuck all you.
God forbid. God forbid I voice my opinion.
That's not you, dude. You literally do not understand how many times I've told you this. Anyway,
I love you guys.
Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, share. Tell everybody you love them. You live once.
We are available
so
on
you
all
can
platforms.
Play harder.
Yes, we're available on all platforms.
_ Cassandra Carrillo.
_ Eli Carrillo. And at Double Shot of Carrillo on all platforms.
Yes.
We love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. And we'll see you guys soon.